Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you can click the subscribe button and stay for a while. I upload 3 times a week. Get ready with me, shop my stash, try on any makeup. If it's beauty or makeup related, I will be posting it. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you more than you know. It is very cloudy outside, so I'm hoping I have enough light for me to complete this video, although it should be a short one because, as you could tell from the title, my Natasha Denona mini all matte neutral palette came in. That's all I have to test out for today. Probably create an eye look, do some comparisons to the other neutral palettes that I have in my collection from Natasha Denona. Truth be told, we didn't need this, but she gave it to us, and I feel like it's probably going to become a staple in a lot of people's makeup bags, especially for travel. Okay, yeah, so let me go ahead and get my base down, get my hair back, and we can get started with the eye look that I'm going to create with this mini palette. Okay, real quick, I am also going to include this Tom Ford Architecture Soft Matte Foundation. It was on sale. I paid $105 versus the $150 that it cost. Nordstrom, I think it's still on sale, I'm not sure, but 30% off is really good. Also, I've kind of wanted to test out this foundation. I have the stick foundation from Tom Ford and the matte foundation, which both of those have pretty much been discontinued. So this is pretty much replacing at least the matte foundation that I have in my collection, since you can no longer get it. Okay, so here's what the bottle looks like. It has a 24-month shelf life and it was made in Canada. I purchased the shade 6.5 Sable. I honestly and truthfully am not sure why I chose 6.5 instead of the 6 Natural. I think maybe the 6 Natural, I feel like, can run a little bit light for me during the summer, so maybe that's why, but I can make this work. It's a very liquidy, and I mean very liquidy foundation. Like, it'll run down. Okay, yeah, so I do have to tread softly right now because I'm not tanned, but I can make it work. I have already used this a couple of times, and the main thing that I am a little about is the fact that it dries so quickly. So you have to work fast. It reminds me of the Dior matte foundation. It dries down so quickly. So maybe do half of your face at a time. What I usually do is I'll just spray the back of my hand, dip my brush, and then use the moisture of the spray that I use to kind of blend everything. But I have been enjoying this foundation, other than it drying super fast. It's actually a beautiful foundation. Lasts amazing all day. Yeah, it's a pretty one. It does have a scent to it if you don't like that. Okay, I just wanted to hop on real quick and show you. So it leaves you with a soft, see how it doesn't look well blended right here. I did have to spray the back of my hand and dip my brush so I can blend the foundation in properly. But it leaves you with a soft, powdery matte finish. I definitely think that if you're somebody who doesn't powder, you wouldn't have to powder this foundation at all. Okay, let me finish off the face so that we can get started with the mini Natasha Denona palette. All right, my lovelies, as quickly as that snow came, it also left. It's much brighter outside now. All right, so as you saw, of course, I tested out the new to me Tom Ford Architecture Soft Matte Foundation, and then I went into the By Terry Concealer in shade number 6, Milk Makeup Cream Contour, e.l.f. Liquid bronzer slash contour, just depends on the shade that you get. The one that I have is a little bit more of a neutral tone on me, so that I can actually use it as a bronzer. Huda Beauty blush filter, and I always link exact shades down below FYI. Dolce & Gabbana pressed powder for my under eyes, and the new e.l.f. Halo Glow pressed powder for the rest of my face. And as you can see, everything looks so pretty. So I have used that Tom Ford foundation a couple of times, and it's beautiful. Honestly, it is beautiful. It lasts amazing all day, looks just as good by the end of the day as it does when I first apply it. So definitely a really good foundation. Just the only con is it dries down so quickly. Okay, so my Natasha Denona, there it is. I purchased mine through Sephora, retails for $27. The Mini Eye Sculpt eyeshadow palette. I feel like neutrals are in right now. An all matte neutral palette with iconic pigmented formulas that effortlessly sculpt and blend to create everyday to dramatic looks. This has 24-month shelf life, and it was made in Italia. And then on the back it has a little picture, like a guide of how you can use it. I really like that. And the number, oh, my battery's low. Okay, hold on. Okay, battery changed. She named these fair, light, medium, deep, and black. I don't think it's the blackest black. And then I believe this has a different formula, or a new formula. So the deep and the black are the creamy matte as well as the medium, but the fair and the light have KM right next to it. I forget what the K stands for. Maybe I should look it up. Hold 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So there it is, and fair and light. Okay, it says SKM, not KM. So these two are the silky matte formula that she has, and these 3 tones are the creamy matte formula that she has. So they're not the cream to powder formulation. Some people don't enjoy that formula. I think it's nice. It's very easy to work with. The only issue that I personally have with that formulation is that it always looks lighter once you apply it than it does in the pan. But other than that, her cream to matte formula is beautiful. Okay, so let's get started with an eye look. I did go into the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. All right, let me swatch these real quick since it's only 5. Okay, so the silky matte on the finger as I'm swatching feel like a true powder form, and the creamy matte definitely feels like a cream powder consistency. Feels beautiful, honestly. Okay, so the deep and the black. Okay, not a fabulous swatch for the black, but that's okay. Swatches for me personally do not tell the whole story. They all feel beautiful. Like I said, these two feel like a true powder, and these feel like a creamy matte powder. Okay, so I have here a fluffy Elamore Cosmetics brush, and I'm gonna jump into the light and see if you can even see that on me. Oh no. I doubt you're going to be able to see that. So I would probably use that, well, maybe a tiny bit more to blend edges than anything. You already know I'm going to use that lightest shade as my inner corner. Okay. I mean, you can slightly see it. All right, now we're going to jump into the medium. This is an MY27 from Danessa and My Kid Co. It's going to go in the outer corner and in the crease as well. I am going to leave the eye look just mattes, but I'm only going to apply in the outer corner of my eye, and that light shade is going to go in the inner corner, so my lid is going to be bare. Okay, you can definitely see that shade, but let me show you what I mean. I'll probably use this more as a blending shade. So I'm going to use the same brush that I used for it. Picked up a tiny bit, and I'm going to blend the edges of that medium. And see how, compared to this side, it looks feathered and just almost airbrushed. So that's probably the main purpose what I'll end up using light for, is to just make sure everything is beautifully blended and it gives it that airbrush effect. Okay, now I'm going to jump into the deep tone. This is a Singe EO2. Just going to deepen up the outer corner a tiny bit more. Tiny bit lower lash line. Okay, now tiny bit of the black. Honestly, I'm perfectly okay if for the rest of my life I bought palettes that did not have a black in them. This is a B3 from Blim Bunny. I just don't use black enough. I doubt I will ever pan a black shade. I'm just gonna deepen up the outer corner. Give that smudged outer eyeliner look. Okay, simple, everyday kind of look. And I'm gonna jump in to Fair, the creamy tone. This is a B4 from Blim Bunny, and this is gonna be my inner corner shade. Oh yeah, that's a pretty pigmented creamy tone. All right, let me finish off and I'll be right back. All right, my lovelies, here is the completed makeup. Let me tell you what else I have on my face. I did go in to my Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit Bronze and Highlighting Palette. Went into both of the bronzers in here, and then I also used both of the highlighters for today. Dolce & Gabbana blush in Blissful Mauve. Gucci brow pencil, Got to Be brow gel. Tower 28 mascara. For the lips, I have on Vive lip liner in Bark and lipstick from Merit Beauty in Gabble. Not the matte formulation, the original one. Okay, let's talk first real quick about the new items in this video. First one being this Tom Ford Architecture Soft Matte. This was launched this year, a couple of months ago, so it's mostly new to me. Got it on sale, of course. So paid $105 versus the $150. I think it's a beautiful foundation. Definitely one for special occasions. Feel like it doesn't matter how light I try to use this, it still looks pretty glam every single time. So this will probably be more for special occasions than anything. And the only con for me personally is just how fast it dries. But other than that, it's beautiful. I got it 30% off. I'm super stoked. It's in my collection. Okay, now for this Natasha Denona Meaty Eyeshadow Palette. I love this eye look. It's very simple. I feel like you can add some lashes and maybe an eyeliner and make it super glam. Also, if you're somebody who has single shadows, this is the perfect little palette to incorporate that into. Gems, glitter eyeliner, whatever the case may be, you can definitely amp this up. I feel like the purpose for this is to be simple, quick. If you're somebody who has a lot of single shadows, you can travel with this and one or two of your single shadows and you are good to go. So I feel like this is going to get a lot of use out of me. It's definitely very practical, good tones in here. I would have to watch some videos of someone who has deep and tan complexion to see how they can make all of the shades work. But for my skin tone, this is like the perfect little mini neutral palette that I can use pretty much every single day to create whatever eye look I need. Did we need this? No. Technically, no. I kind of wish she would have given this to us way sooner than she did, right? I feel like she should have done this a couple of years ago. Yeah, so for me, it's a winner. Did I need it? No, but I did buy it even though I didn't. Okay, now for a couple of comparisons. The first one is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. He did go off of skin tones for this palette. Obviously, much more shades in here than in the mini Natasha Denona, but as you could see, same vibes. It's like you can pull this out of this palette, you know? So if you have this, you don't need this. Formula is better. I feel like I enjoy this formula more than this one from Makeup by Mario, but if you have this, you don't need this. Another one I thought of is the Biba palette from Miss Natasha. This one has only 2 shimmers in here. So I feel like, yeah, see, similar vibes. Pretty much pull this off of this big one. So if you have this, you probably don't need this. I know she's advertising the new Silky Matte formulation, but these mattes in here are really, really good as well. So if you're on a budget, you don't need to be spending any more money on makeup, and you have the Biba, you don't need this new mini. You just don't. Okay, the I Need a Nude from Miss Natasha. Well, I don't know. Let's compare it. Sorry, I'm dark in the background. Yeah, see? Pretty much, other than the black. But you can pull a black from another palette. So, definitely, if you have this, probably don't need this. Sorry, my allergies are just... Okay, and last but not least, what is this? The gold palette? The golden palette. I feel like maybe this one's a tiny bit more warm, but honestly, yeah, I think you should be fine. If you have this, you probably don't need the mini. That we have this tones in other Natasha Denona palettes, we do. But she did us a favor of putting it in a mini, very compact, super travel friendly packaging for us. I think that's what most people are excited for. I think this is going to be a staple in a lot of people's travel makeup bags or everyday bags. So yeah, okay, hope you enjoyed those comparisons, and that pretty much ends this video. All right, my lovelies, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea. All the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it truly all does mean the world to me. My nose is stuffy, so if I sound sick, apologies, I'm not sick. I either my allergies, because it has been snowing, or I have a sinus cold, one or the other, but I do feel good. I mean, I worked out this morning, I ran 10 miles yesterday, so I feel fine. Just my nose is stuffy. I did want to say real quick that I hope you don't feel like I'm pushing you to purchase makeup. That is not at all my intentions. I am here to encourage you to use older makeup that you have in your collection. Use older palettes. Like, I feel like on my channel, I have a good variety of new makeup and also playing with older makeup that I own in my collection. The last thing I want is for you to feel like I'm telling you to purchase, when in reality, like, that's not... If I was not doing this for my YouTube channel, this would have been a total skip for me. As a lot of other newer makeup, they would have been a total skip for me. But yeah, let me know if you purchased this or you pass. I always love talking to you in the comments section. With that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye.